Welcome back to the Barnetts channel, and today we will be interviewing my elder sister Simone, and we're going to talk about lifestyle in the UK. So today my guest is Simone Brown. Yeah, hi Simone, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good actually. And guys, before I start, don't forget to like, comment and share. Subscribe to our channel, turn on the notification bell, yes, because we are gonna have a fun time in this family YouTube channel. Okay, so Simone, how are you?
I'm pretty good, you know, I'm managing. I'm pretty good, thank you.
Awesome. And what we would like to ask is, tell me something about yourself.
Oh God, there's just so much. Where can I start? Where do you would like me to start?
So how is life here? But firstly, do you want to start with like how you got over here in the UK? What was it like? What your journey was like? Things that you like? Anything you want to talk about?
Right, okay. I've been here roughly, I think maybe 20 years, 21 years. It was definitely a journey. I got married pretty young. Got married to white British husband. Met in Jamaica. He was actually living in Jamaica at the time. He works there. Got engaged. Got married like quite pretty fast. You know, within a couple of months of being engaged and stuff like that. Where he was actually working at the time, there were some issues with the company that got burned. So we've decided to come to the UK for a year.
Okay.
21 years after, I'm still here, obviously.
Oh, okay.
My journey here, it's been a bit of bittersweet. You know, I really can't really complain. We've decided to stay here after like maybe 6 months down the line when I found out I was pregnant with my first child, Dante. And I thought about it like, okay, going back home to Jamaica, you know, I've had my education. I could easily get to work. I worked there before coming into the UK. So it's a job where I knew I could actually return to and stuff like that. But I think the reason why I decided to stay here is because I thought of education.
Yeah.
To me personally, education in Jamaica is pretty good because, you know, the resources is there where you have good qualified teachers.
Definitely.
The school system is full of disciplines and so forth. The only critique I'll have to do with the Jamaican school system is that the school fees.
Okay.
So, you know, that was one of my reasons to actually stay here when I found out I was pregnant with my son. The second reason was NHS, free health care.
Okay.
Jamaica, as we all know, you know, going for a general urine test, blood test, x-ray, whatever it is, there is a cost. You know, there is a cost. And I thought, all right, then his dad is already British. I was going through the process of looking after my papers and so forth. So I decided, you know, based on having that child, I decided to stay. Coming here, as I said, it was only for a 1 year period. I must admit, the first 3 months of my life was the worst experience. I felt out of place. We were actually living with family. Prior to coming here, the only family I've ever lived with was my parents. You know, my siblings. So coming here, it was like living with your husband and his family. You know, they were nice. I think where I actually like stumbled when I said like living with family, it's a different culture altogether.
So you're saying like you're experiencing a culture shock at a tender age.
It was indeed.
And most of us really do, because we're in a new environment and we're not experienced to the stuff that we face in a different country, and so yes, a lot of persons face culture shock.
Yes, it is. I think one of the shock that mostly that I faced at the time was food.
Guys, I must admit with her, I have been here for a while now, and definitely it's really when I tell you, say you're there and you can't even find a proper yam, a proper yam. You can't find like proper vegetables to really have a, you know, that complete salad, that Sunday dinner that we really enjoy. And I've experienced that shock with food as well. Yeah, definitely.
So I think at the time it wasn't like now England is very westernized. So you've got food coming from here, there, everything. It was like seasoning. Yeah. You know what I mean? I still visit Jamaica on a yearly basis, and I'll go to the market and I'll buy my pound seasons, as you know, and I just think that to me it's just what I'm accustomed to, and I think it's just the best seasoning. So it's like living with family, and they were like, you know, obviously, you know, that's the way they do things. They'll go to the butcher and they will buy, for example, pork chops or chicken or whatever, and it was like a big slap, you know what I mean? Yeah. Chuck it in the oven. That's it. Later on, probably had some salt or some black pepper. And that was it. So it was like quite tasteless, you know, to say the least. You know, and it was like you were missing home at the time. You didn't actually have like WhatsApp, Facebook. It was, you need to get in contact with the family. It was like a straight phone call. Yeah. And you know, when you call in Jamaica, you want to talk to everybody. You want to know every details. What you did last year, 2 months ago, 3 months ago. Definitely. Sort of situation. So you know, so obviously that is costly. Yep. You know, the weather, it was cold. I remember like wearing like jeans, and on my jeans I'll have probably 2 tights, or some people might call leggings. You know, a couple t-shirts, a big sweater, they call it jumper here. You know, but it was just an experience. It was an experience for sure. Yeah, it was an experience. Definitely.
And would you say though, even though it was rough with the transition and, you know, making up your mind in staying in the UK, do you think your experience that you have here, would you say you would want to go back home?
Of course.
To you know, share that experience, share that knowledge, that skill that you have learned over 20 years, isn't it?
It is.
Yes, and contribute back to your country, or you would rather stay here and continue getting older and older? What would you prefer, really?
Well, for sure, as you know, working on a few projects in JA and so forth. So definitely, you know, to me, I've never called England home. You know, to me, Jamaica is home. I look forward to go home every year, see my family, sit on my veranda, chit chat, go to the corner shop, play dominoes, and so forth, so forth. Over the years being here, obviously, I have worked in various industries. I've worked at nursing homes. I've worked at day centers with people with learning disabilities. I've done hairdressing. I've studied in university, getting my degree in social work. And I think with all the experience, not just by actually studying, our experience is actually working, but actually like the development of being a person myself, I think, and I'm looking forward to when I go home, you know, in Jamaica, and it will be pretty soon rather than later. I don't want to go to Jamaica where I'm like, I'm old, I can't walk the streets. I don't want to go there when I have so many ill health problem. So it's a more like when I actually like looking forward to is to go home.
Yep.
Support people that need it. You know, over the years I've helped like friends to send their kids back to school. I've helped my own siblings, sending them to school, make sure that they're okay. You know, put food on the table and stuff like that. So in the future, I would like to do something. It's not like a charity, but more like a work together with people where I know that I can be able to help people to be educated, learn new skills. Because I think in this climate that we actually live at the moment, I don't think like education is good. And you know, I'm a strong believer to say that I would love everyone to go to school, be educated. It's definitely for sure. However, I think, you know, as the world turns and it never sits, you know, I think, well, people should actually learn to like skills. You know what I mean? There's loads of skillful people back home in Jamaica, and I just think that the resources and to really there to actually like help them to develop more as a person. So my aim when I do return home is to help individuals across the country. So not just maybe just St. Anne, you know, different parishes, as to actually help young people or even people that's like, you know, mid 40 years old that trying to actually like find an ambition, something that they love and to do. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to go home.
She has a lot of attributes, a lot of inspiration, and aspires to do a lot for her country in Jamaica land that we love. Yes, definitely. And Simone, what I would like to ask you is like your future beyond how, where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? How do you see yourself?
Next 10 years, in next 10 years, I would say living in Jamaica for sure. Possibly have running like a nursing home, because I've always been a carer. Always deep inside, I care about every and anyone basically. I remember like a couple of years ago when I moved into my neighborhood, and obviously new to the neighborhood, don't really know anyone at all and stuff, and there was a lot of kids that actually like attract to myself, and you know, they need little things like maybe salt, butter, whatever it is, because a lot of people might think that it's only third world countries that actually like people might go on someone's door and knock and say, oh, can I have a, you know, a teaspoon of salt, pepper, sugar, milk, for example. No, I think a lot of people have got that completely wrong. You know, I've been living in England, as I said, for so many years, and you do have people who actually like come, you know, kids, or obviously the kids are just going to come on their own, you know what I mean? Parents is there, but obviously parents might be a bit shy, and, you know, pride is another thing as well. That probably like, you know, being an obstacle in that person's, where they might say, okay, then, you know, say to the younger ones, could you go to X number house, you know, and blah, 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 blah. And, you know, and I remember I was speaking to a family member once, and they were saying to me, like, you know, basically sharing their personal issues and so forth, and, you know, just giving a few, like, talks and so forth. They have said, oh, you've really motivated me, and you could follow this line in career. And I'm like, and then they mentioned something like social worker, and every time I'm thinking, oh, what's that all about? I don't know what a social worker is. However, I research it online and see what it is, and I've been and studied and so forth. But apart from that, you know, growing up with a mom, which she's always been a carer herself. She works at the hospitals in Jamaica. Her mom, our grandmother, she delivered almost every babies in her little tiny village.
You know those,
you know?
I think they used to call them nuns or district nurses. These are persons that actually live. They don't have any educational background, but they have the skill and the passion to care, and so they are district nurses, and they stay in the community and they deliver every baby. They check on the babies. Yes, they do stuff like that.
Yes.
And I think I really think that my family, coming down from both, you know, dad and mom's side, we have this caring
aspects of us,
characteristic, you know, about us that has been brought down
caring
from
and compassionate.
Yes, that's my nephew in the background.
Yes.
he is joining the interview.
Hello, guys.
And I think that characteristic about our family has been brought down through generation to generation, and I also see it in my little daughter. She is really caring, and you know, it's really a good thing, because persons need to be out there that are actually compassionate and passionate about what they love and what they do. And you know, this gives us a healing touch, or a spiritual touch to persons. Even just speaking to them, really, it brings out that healing in them. Definitely. And as you touch the point about caring and touch, we are essential workers. We are on the front line. And as my sister said, she is she works in the field of social, and she's also a carer as well. And you know, everybody knows that I'm the nurse Apple. And what I would like to, because my sister, she's more in the community, so she sees a wider range of age group and different perspective of life, different perspective of what people think is happening. And as we all know that COVID-19 is around, and do you think, based on what you're seeing in the community, because I'm in the hospital base and I am seeing just one set of people every day, but she's experiencing the whole community, her community, and the community around her community as well. And how do you think persons are coping with COVID at this point in time?
As I said, I do work with all adults, anything over 18 years old. Various illness, you know, health issues, or some probably don't even have, to be honest with you, and health issues. It's mostly like a welfare check, make sure that person is okay. They have the essential food, milk, bread, you know what I mean, light, water, electricity, and comfort. I think what it is, you'll find that they're isolated, very much isolated. You know, some people might think, okay, then they're older people, what they want to go on the road to do and so forth. Of course they want to go on the road, obviously, you know what I mean. What people don't understand is like people who actually live by themselves, the wider community is their way of life. Accessing shops, the public buses, talking to people on the street, being at home is just being that individual probably sat there with a television, which is not the same as socializing with other individuals. So my clients that I speak to, you know, on a daily basis, and as I said before, they're there because at the end of the day, you know, it's not a possibility I'm going to see the same clients every single day. And each and every one of them would actually admit, you know what I mean, to say or confirm that actually being, you know what I mean, following the guidance of the government by saying you have a certain much age group, you need to stay inside, or you've got so many this type of health issues. As you know, they have actually completed so many categories for these individuals that are at home. They feel isolated, and there's, you know, they're overwhelmed. They're so happy to see people coming into the home like ourselves as carers to ensure that they're okay, they've got everything that they need. You know, simple things like making a cup of tea, a few biscuits, you know, have a nice chat with them. You know what I mean? Just check on these individuals. They're really, really appreciated. Every single client I've been to, they're really appreciated to know that, you know what, I might be home alone, but, you know, I know someone is coming to check on me and spend, you know, that time with that individual.
Thank you so much. And in the hospital setting, just give me just an additive that persons are coping, but they're not coping in the way that they would want to, because as we know that the visiting is a no-no currently at the hospital, and these persons long to see their relative and their loved ones. And what I'm seeing here, I'm not sure if it is, you know, back home, but they have now set up a digital system where they can actually video call their relatives in the hospital to speak with them. And I really think that this is a good initiative that is set up, and persons can really feel connected with their loved ones, even though they are far away. Yep. Thank you so much. And lastly, because this interview could go on and on and on, yes, but lastly, I would like to ask you, Simone, for persons who would like to transition into a different country, say for example a first world country, would you say it would be good or wise for them to, you know, broaden their life expectations? Do you think it is a good idea to transition from a third world country to a first world country to meet your goals?
I would say so. The thing is that if you're there in a particular country and you think you have done so much where you think you cannot meet your goal in that particular country, then I would say 100% do your research. Make sure that you do your research properly, and you know compare and comparisons between that country, this country, and what is it that you actually need. And I think one thing you need to bear in mind is that home and abroad will always be two different things. There will be obstacles, you'll meet new friends, and at first, you know, some of them will be genuine, some won't be genuine. You think, yeah, these are friends, people are out there to help you and so forth. On a positive note, you know, all I have to say, you know what, as an individual, you know, we all have to dig deep within ourselves to know what is it we want, where is it we want to be, and whoever might come your way, some might stay on that long train, that long bus ride with you. Not everybody's going to stay with you. However, be true to yourself. It's not easy because we all get influenced one way or the other. So it's not easy at all. But as long as you're true to yourself and you know what is it you're out there to accomplish. And be honest, you know. Never leave God out of it as well. Pray your way through, read your Bible and stuff like that, and just be true to yourself, you know what I mean? Because there are people out there that is quick to critique you negatively. You will have friends where you think, okay, then they make you feel comfortable. So you're in this nice, comfortable bubble, which actually like block your mind frame of where you said you wanted it to be. You know what I mean? So, and there's a whole lot of things, but one of my motto, I've always, you know, think of this motto as I was growing up, and even now, you know, my age, I've always said, like, to me, even though there's bad things happening in each and one of us lives, that bad thing that actually happens, there is a positive. Always try to find a positive out of something, because there is a positive in everything. And you know, you might fall. Nothing wrong with falling. It's a part of self-growth. Pick yourself up, you know, dust yourself off. You try something. You think at one point you might like this. Tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, you don't like it. Nothing wrong. Dropping it. Start something new again. You know, so I think it's just being positive.
On that note, thank you so much, Simone. I really enjoyed having this interview with my sister. And I hope you guys have actually learned something today. And I hope this interview has inspired you to be what you want to be in life. And you have received all the information that you needed to actually, you know, going forward. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, click the notification bell. Thank you, Simone.
You're welcome, sis. Thanks for having me.